What's up? It's Juice Beats back again with another race video, and this is the state championship criterium at Music City. It's number 7, but it's also the state championship for the Cat 3s in this one. This is a 3-4 race, so there are some 4s, but this is a mostly Cat 3 race, and you can only win the jersey if you are a Cat 3 in this one. So yeah, let's go over a little bit of stats before we jump into everything. So 26.5 miles an hour. I averaged 239 watts, a little over 1,000 watts of max power, so 1,002 watts, and a normalized of 286. So I feel like I was pretty efficient in this one. Didn't have to put down a ton of watts in this one as well. This is my second race of the day. I did the Masters 35 plus, 45 plus before this, and actually won the state championship for the 35 plus, and I guess technically the 40 plus too. I'm not sure exactly how that works because I got a medal and a jersey for it. The medal was for the 40s and the jersey was for the 35 plus. So technically I guess I won both of those. But yeah, so state champ, Masters race. So this is my second one of the day and going for the state champ of the Cat 3s. That would be the icing on the cake if I could do that in this one. Teams that are represented out here, there's a 901 Racing, I believe, out of Memphis. I believe Grind City might be in this one. Mustangs, Marks, Hattie B's, Safety Herd, Nashville Local, obviously, and there might be another one that I can't think of at the moment, but obviously I'm with Work Hard, Be Humble in this race, and yeah, I'm by myself. I think Mustangs is by themselves, but some of these other guys, they have, you know, a few teammates in here. So yeah, so when other teams have brought teammates with them, you don't have to do a ton of work usually. That just means that whenever there are moves, especially if another team is in a move out front, the other team's got to respond. And what do? You surf the wheels. So you'll see a lot of that in this race. I'm tailgating a lot. I'm surfing the wheels. Not necessarily the best positions, I think, but you can see by my average wattage and everything that I really did conserve a lot of energy, and I really didn't have to make too many moves in this race to try to do anything really. I was letting the other teams kind of do what they do, and I was just, you know, trying to stick with the rest of the peloton. Jump forward a little bit. We got a little bit of a gap opening up right here, and this kind of happened a few times I think in the race. Wasn't super worried about the gap at the moment. Still kind of early in the race. We're lap 6, yeah. But yeah, coming out of there, just have to make sure that I'm surfing a good wheel and not dangling too far back, and just making sure that I catch back up to the peloton. But you can see here, like, I put in a little bit of a work at the back there, and then we kind of get fanned out here. Everybody kind of slows up. That's what happens when a lot of these moves go, and you know, we get fanned out or whatever. And I kept my momentum going a little bit, followed this guy right in here in front of me, and moved up a whole bunch of spots. So that's kind of how you do it. I mean, I wouldn't say that my technique is the best or anything like that, or what you should do, but it was working for me on this day. And plus, you know, being my second race of the day, I didn't want to put out too much energy early in this race as well. Like, I wanted to kind of conserve that and have some for the end. So any chance that I could use a lot less energy and move up like that, I did. But here you go. So I just moved up a bunch of spaces, and then I lost a whole bunch of spaces because I was chilling right there. You know, not all the way at the back, but, you know, things started moving a little bit quicker up front there. So definitely got to watch that. But yeah, I'm still in it, still hanging on, finding a wheel back here that'll take me back up to the rest of the peloton here. here we go, fanning out again. So it's almost like we do a lap kind of fast, and then we get tired and kind of fan out here. But I just remember when I did this race, I felt like I was tailgating or tail gunning a bunch in the back and just chilling a lot and conserving a lot of energy throughout this race. You can see like my wattage is nowhere. We are moving pretty fast. I mean, 26 miles an hour there, going through that start to finish, but I'm not putting out a ton of watts here. So I just scrubbed through a bunch of the race because I was just literally it felt like I was going around in circles, just chilling on the back and riding this one. Not putting out a ton of watts throughout this whole thing, but here we go. We've got a little bit of an attack out front, and you can see, I mean, the rest of the Peloton responds with all these teams in this race. I kind of knew like nothing's gonna get away today. Like everybody is hungry for a state championship, either as a team or an individual. So any chance that somebody tries to break away or tries to put an attack in, I just knew that, you know, nothing was getting away. Everybody was motivated to catch up. So I just needed to catch on to a good wheel and make sure that, you know, gaps or whatever wasn't forming in front of me. I'm putting in a little bit of watts here. You can see there was a little bit of a gap that opened up right there. There's a fan out. It looks like we caught whoever was out front, and I'm having to slow down. So I'm not putting out any watts. I'm coasting back into the rest of the Peloton here. And yeah, I mean, put in a little bit of work just to coast right there. So I mean, that's kind of how the race was, and I wasn't too worried about things getting away in this one. I'm not sure how other people felt in this one, but you know, that's just kind of how the feeling that I got in this race. I guess I mean, I haven't been racing a ton. You know, I've only been racing for about 3 years, and I think I've done the most races this year. I think I almost did 20 last year, or 18 or 19 or something like that. So I did quite a bit last year, but this year I've actually surpassed that already, and it's only half the year. So I've done a ton of races already, and I kind of get a feel for each race that I do, based on, you know, who's in the field there and just how things are moving. You can see the speed's elevated. As long as I have enough energy to keep up here, then this tail gunning technique where I'm saving, you know, my energy and not putting out, you know, a ton of watts the entire time, and nobody's really getting away. It kind of works at this point. You know, it's still early. I say early. We're over halfway in this race, so things have been going this way the entire time. Haven't really had to do anything yet, and I know that I have time to still move up. So I'm kind of, you know, buying my time, I guess, to move up at some point in this race. I can't remember exactly when I had thought, like, okay, I need to start moving up and get up to places here and make sure that I'm not, you know, tail gunning it like this on the very last lap or anything like that. But yeah, I think there was a point in the race where I was like, okay, I need to, you know, move up and start getting, you know, better position in this one. But I think we have a preem lap, because I heard the bell when we went through the start finish there, and you can see I'm moving up a little bit here. See what I do. We got some people like really putting out some wattage there, and I don't know. Maybe my wattage is wrong. I feel like on this day, like I put out a ton of watts, and I was really tired in that first race, but you know, it all paid off. And maybe it was just because the field was a little bit smaller. Like I wasn't able to draft as well in that one because the field was smaller. And then in this one, the field is much bigger, so I was able to draft, I guess, much better. You know, everybody was pulling hard, so I was able to catch on to some good wheels. That could be it too. But yeah, I mean, I'm going around some of these corners and chilling and not having to put too much down. So yeah. All right, let's see what happens here. There's a little bit of a gap in front of me right here, and I'm still kind of chilling. Why am I not? Okay, I'm starting to put down some watts a little bit here. And as soon as I started putting down some watts, we fan out, we chill. So I get to coast again. We're at 23 miles an hour on this backstretch. It's crazy. Everybody got tired, I guess. Yeah. So right before this right before the state championship weekend, I was getting my headset replaced, and it had just come in the Thursday. This race was held on a Sunday, so it had just come in on a Thursday. I went to my local shop. I was like, if there's any way possible you could get this headset put on, before I go, because I think they're not open on Sundays. So like, if you could get it done on Saturday, that would be amazing. Like Friday would be even better, so I could get it ready to go. And yeah, they got it ready to go for me, and it was ready for the race, all that stuff. But I didn't realize, like, after they had got it done, I got to make sure that things are tight, things are ready to go. And the headset wasn't loose. It was the fork there was like a little bit of a gap or something in the fork area. So I remember that during this race that I had a little play in my headset on that. So that was kind of bothering me a little bit. We got it all fixed. It was just something that it just needed to be tightened down just a little bit more. But yeah, I just remember, like, because we were rushing so much to get the bike ready and all that stuff, that I just didn't have time to really check it before the races and all that. So got that all set up, got it fixed. Everything was good. And so no more problems now, no more weirdness or anything like that. But yeah, just during this race, I remember that was going on with the headset. We're at lap 22, still hanging on to the back, still tail gunning it. Yeah, I feel like, from what I remember this race, which is not a whole lot because it's been a few weeks, and I've had several races since then, I just remember chilling a lot during this race. And that's, I've been skipping through trying to see, what's going on. And I mean, you can see we're going 21 on the backstretch here. There we go. There's an attack, and that's smart, when everybody's kind of chilling like that. But see what happens. They put in an attack. The rest of the Peloton responds. I'm right there in the thick of it. I moved up a whole bunch of spaces right there on that fan out, and they've got a 3-second lead right now, and the rest of the Peloton is hungry to catch up to them. So not even worried. Just gonna follow these wheels here and take me up. Here we go, 5 laps to go. We already went through there. We're on the backstretch again. 22 miles an hour, 23 miles an hour, chilling. Nothing is going on. There we go. We start moving a little bit better here. But I mean, it's kind of hard to commentate this one because of what was going on throughout this race. It was, we all sped up together and we all slowed down together, and the attacks that went didn't go anywhere. And every time that we sped up, everybody else was right there on it. So everything got shut down by everybody. It was a collective effort out there, and so everybody was trying to make it to the sprint at the end here. So 4 laps to go now. Not much further. There we go. We've got a little bit of a spike there by, I think that was safety herd. Yep. So they're off the front there. We got another one bridging up. But you can see. Here we go. I got energy for the last few laps, so I can put in, 600, 700 watts right here and find a good wheel to get behind and coast at 30 miles an hour. This is crazy. Here we go, 2 laps to go. Let's see what I do on these last couple laps. Do I move up or do I sit here and wait? Putting in a little bit of power here. So I see some windows, like I could have moved up right there inside. I mean, we are moving pretty fast, but definitely could have put out a little bit more power and moved up inside here. And same right here, there's a huge window open underneath. Could have moved up right there. I'm just not putting out enough power. So I think maybe at this point I was just, a little more tired than I thought I was going to be after, doing a race before this, like an hour or so before this one, and then jumping into this one. So, I mean, that's what it seems like, because I normally would have jumped on that window there and been, several spots up. I mean, we weren't going 35 miles an hour. We were, close to 30, but I definitely could have put out a lot more power right there. Got up to 32, 33 miles an hour and been up closer to the front. But here we go, going into the last lap. Yeah, I'm taking it easy here. I need to move. Yeah, it just seems like I'm just more tired than I thought I was going to be, and yeah, I'm not able to put out the full wattage that I would normally be able to put out, especially on this last lap right here. I mean, we're moving fast, but yeah, just not doing very well here. The whole Peloton's kind of moved away. Now I'm putting out some wattage, going 35 miles an hour, but it's a little too late at this point. Like, everybody's already kind of moved up. I need to keep pressing there and keep moving up even further right there, but I'm still too far behind. I'm going into this last start finish straight at the end here is so quick. I mean, it's like 50 yards or something like that, so really don't have the time to make up any spots at that point. And I think I didn't even get up to sprint. I think I just kind of cruised in here. So I ended up finishing mid-pack for Cat 3 there, and yeah, I think I remember just not being, all that ready, I guess. I thought I was conserving enough energy for this race, but yeah, towards the end of the race there, after doing, another 40-minute race or 45-minute race or whatever it was, just didn't have the power at the end of that one. So, yeah, it's understandable, because I remember it did get hotter throughout the day. It was cooler when I did my Masters race, so I didn't have to worry about the heat too much, but it did get really, really hot during that race there. And so I can see, that it's going to zap a lot of the energy that I did have earlier on in the race. So yeah, but yeah, not too bad. I still made that state champ jersey and still made that state champ in the Masters race, which I think was technically a little bit harder just because smaller field and had a lot more Cat 1s in it, so a lot of stronger riders, even though we're a little bit older. But yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, hit that bell icon so you know when I post videos. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.